How is the manufacturing process of ceiling level pearl powder completed? Actually, everyone here can see the first 5 steps of our 9-step process for pearl powder. First, let's look at the grading of our pearl powder. It is divided into lower quality pearls and high quality pearls. Pearls like these are of lower quality, so we typically use this step to filter them out. The pearls we ultimately keep are of this grade, natural, non-nucleated freshwater pearls, also known as pharmaceutical grade pearls. The pearl powder everyone uses is ground from this high-grade pearl, which could very well be used as jewelry. The first step in processing pearl powder is cleaning. We do a simple cleaning using bubble washing and a shower-like method. The second step is initial drying. The inside of the chamber can reach 90 degrees, which is just right for this 3-layer tunnel oven. The structure inside is roughly like this. You can see that after the pearl comes in, it stacks in an S shape for 3 steps, covering a distance of nearly 20 meters. 90 degrees is just the right temperature to dry the pearl cleanly without altering its external structure. Then, the pearls after initial washing and drying will emerge from here. This is the pearl after washing. In this state, it is ready to be ground into powder. Step 3. Coarse crushing. We directly pour the cleaned and dried pearl granules into this coarse crusher. After this coarse crushing, the pearls have their shells broken. You can see our pearls are natural, nucleated freshwater pearls, as there are no impurities or nucleus in the middle. Yet after coarse crushing, we move to the 4th step in pearl powder processing, ultrafine grinding. We pour the coarse pearl powder into the ultrafine grinder, and through the ultrafine grinding process, it reaches a state of 200 mesh ultrafine pearl powder. You can check the fineness of this pearl powder. We use a 200 mesh sieve for screening, equivalent to a pore size of 0.075 millimeters as a 200 mesh sieve, also the mainstream size of pearl powder on the market. But at Jingyon Pearl, it's just the beginning. Now we move into the 5th step, airflow pulverization, where we can refine the 200 mesh pearl powder to 400 mesh. The processed pearl powder will be placed in this small pot, which we will not open. From this step onwards, we prevent it from direct exposure to air, entering a deep processing phase. This step is our own national patented technology, which only a few companies in China's pearl powder industry possess. Look at the console of this airflow pulverizer. It's very complicated. I can't understand it myself. So many buttons, pulse cyclone pulverizing, feeding. After the airflow pulverization, our filing standard is at the level of 300 mesh aperture, which is equivalent to an aperture of 0.05 millimeters. However, our Jingyon Pearl standard is to further sieve it to 400 mesh, which is 0.025 millimeter aperture. So the pearl after airflow pulverization is placed here, but it's not the final state yet. By the way, pearls have been increasing in price significantly recently, so the cost of pearl powder from this batch has already risen by nearly 50 to 80%. So in the future, if pearl powder really increases in price, I hope everyone can understand. The 6th step of pearl powder processing, water levigation, and the 7th step, centrifugation, happen in this workshop. This is also our core secret, nano-level water levigation G. So, the water grinding is actually a relatively traditional milling process. It involves adding water to grind solids into a finer texture. You can see our super large water grinding tank. The 400 mesh pearls previously mentioned are placed into this huge water grinding tank. After circulating, the pearl powder reaches this point in the nano-ceramic structure grinding machine. Why do we say our pearl powder is nano-level? Why has it obtained a national patent? It's because this machine can grind our pearl powder to nano-level fineness during the water milling process. The 7th step, centrifuge drying, happens here. Our machine is called a spiral discharge sedimentation centrifuge, and it can remove as much water as possible from the pearls after water milling. Step 8, drying. We need to place the pearl powder, which has undergone water levigation and centrifugation, into this dryer. The temperature inside is about 100 degrees Celsius, and every 15 hours it needs to be stirred again. During this process, it needs to be stirred 3 times, which is about 48 hours later. The well-dried pearl powder will then be placed in an adjacent resting area. Step 9 is to further pulverize the dried pearl powder using this equipment, which is a GMP-grade sterile environment. The pearl powder that comes out of this step can then be packed. Here's the final step, packaging the pearl powder as a finished product. Because it adheres to pharmaceutical grade standards, we cannot enter. The pearl powder is completely produced here. So why is our pearl powder considered to be of very high quality in the industry? The process is the longest, and every level's craftsmanship standard is extremely high. Only this way do we believe we can produce artisan grade pearl powder. Meanwhile, peers can complete their pearl powder in about 3 days, stopping at the 3rd step, which is the market standard, but we take 9 steps and 30 days.